Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Executive Distributor Ivan Sisco.
How y'all doing? All right, great to be here. And I got to tell you, this gratitude challenge has got some real legs. I thought Sendo cards had legs, but now with this gratitude challenge, we've got some real legs. And I'm really grateful to be here. How many of you guys are excited? How many of you are really excited? My goal over the next few minutes is to talk to you about building the business fast. And building the business fast really isn't for everybody. I think it's for about 30% of you. How many of you would like to know how to build the business fast? One of the things that I love more than anything about Sendo Cards is that this is a program truly that anybody can do at their pace in and around their lifestyle. You guys agree with that? I hear story after story from people that have been involved for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, and they do it very part-time or even casually, and they've built great businesses. I will tell you that's not possible in pretty much every other company inside of this profession. So we have something incredibly special here. Now, I don't know if I went too quick with these slides. Okay, here's the reason why I do this business. It's my family. And you heard a lot about family over the course of yesterday and today. And last night we were out to dinner, and Elena got this pain in her side. And this pain in her side was a much bigger pain than we thought it was. And we had to get the ambulance to come, and we spent a lot of time in the emergency room here in Las Vegas last night. And it's not funny, but then Eric tells me he did the same thing last night. I'm surprised I didn't see him there. But one of the things we all got to agree upon is that we need to take time every day to appreciate the things that are most important to us. And for me, that's my family. While I'm thinking about gratitude right now, there's another gentleman that I knew from a distance who was an incredible leader. His name was Mr. Everett. Nakia Lunn, who's a distributor on our team, sponsored Mr. Everett into our business last week. Mr. Everett got very excited about the possibilities with Sendo Cards, and he passed away just this past week. Gratitude is important. Thinking about the things that are important to you are incredibly important. Now, a couple of things that I've heard today that really spoke home to me is the idea of making a decision. For those of you that are taking notes, write the word decide in big print in your notebook. Decide. Decide. I heard Todd Falcone talk about decide. I heard Cody Bateman talk about decide. If you'll decide, I'm done. We're all done. We can all go home if you will decide now, because all this stuff that you're learning today, that's all fundamentals. If you'll make a decision, the fundamental stuff will come to you so quick, so easily if you make that decision. You guys kind of know what I'm saying when we talk about decide? So your words got to be more than just words. They've got to matter. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about a commitment. What's a commitment to succeed inside of Sendo Cards, in my opinion? One, you've got to show up at least 10 hours a week in and around your already busy life. That's it. Show up 10 hours a week. How many of you could show up 10 hours a week? Wow, every hand in the room went up, right? Number two is you got to be coachable. How many of you are coachable? You know, and the amazing thing is, no matter what audience anywhere in the world that I've had a chance to speak with, if I ask folks if they're coachable, every hand goes up. If that were true, our business would all go a lot faster, right? So be coachable. Number three, do what you say you are going to do. How many of you guys know people that don't do what they say they're going to do? But these are little things that are actually the big things. Number 4, if you make a decision, you're not just going to commit to be here a year from now, but you're going to be here many years from now. Okay? So it brings me right back to making a decision. So your mindset, we've got to talk about mindset. We've got to get your head right, and that's the whole purpose of this weekend. Your mindset is 90% of this business. The stuff that I'm going to show you is 5 to 10%. The stuff that you're learning this afternoon is 5 to 10%. But your mindset, what you're telling yourself, what's your attitude when you showed up here? You know, when you walked in the room this afternoon, you either brightened the room or you dimmed it. When you had lunch with the people you had lunch with today, you either made that experience positive or you made it negative. There's no in between. So what's your attitude? What are the words that you're telling yourself? We heard a lot about affirmations today. Are you telling yourself that I am, I can, I will? What are you really telling yourself? Or are you saying, I'm going to give it a try this time? Or I'm hopeful that it's going to work this time? Or, man, I know network marketing works, but will it ever work for me? I've been there. I know it works, but will it ever work for me? Yeah, it'll work for you if you get your belief right. So your words matter. You got to have a dream. I remember I spent 7 years in university to get a 4-year degree, so I'm not that sharp. And I remember thinking, when I first got involved with network marketing, people talk about dreams. But I remember how uncomfortable that made me to feel to think about dreams. Because my dreams were so buried, I just thought you go to school, you get a job, you do that for the rest of your life, and you make the best of it. And I know for some people it's really uncomfortable. I know if you went to your Treat 'em Right for the very first time, Cody makes you get up and clap and do all this weird singing stuff too, right? But that's what's going to allow that emotion to come out to begin to start to dream again. Have you really thought about what your dream is? You've got to have a dream, and why not have a big dream? And you got to have a plan. Sendo Cards has got an amazing plan in place for you to go and grow an amazing business. And if you'll do the activities, you will grow and strengthen your belief one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month, 1 year, one event after another, one book, one seminar. Each thing you do will help grow and strengthen your belief. And before you know it, you'll become unstoppable. That make sense? Okay. I want you to think about treating this business like a business. Now, how many of you own your own business? Everybody in Sendo Cards does, right? That was a tough one because if you've never owned your own business, it's tough to treat network marketing like a business. So maybe some other language that may work for you is treat Sendo Cards like your job. Let's try that on for size. So if you have a job that you work 40 hours a week, you show up on time every day, right? What happens if you stop showing up? Your job goes away. Someone else will take your job. We're talking about 10 hours a week in and around your life. If you will give the same kind of commitment to your future as you would your job or that business that owns you already, then you can begin to have the right mindset. So you've got to treat it like a business or like your job. I love this little chart up in the right-hand corner. It's time versus money. And what this is anyone that started a traditional business, what would typically happen is you would build a 5-year plan. Then maybe after you get to 3 to 5 years, you start working on your 5 to 10-year plan if you make it that far, right? So year one, if you invested money into a traditional business, would you put in a lot of time possibly and make very little money? Would that be typical? Right? Year two, you're still putting in a lot of time and making little money. Year three, you hope to start breaking even. Where we all want to be is in this chart. In year 5, you're putting in very little time and making a lot of money. How many of you would like to do that? We know that most people that own traditional businesses, their business owns them, and they never get that leverage or they never get that freedom that we can get inside of network marketing. But what I want you to understand, if you're an employee today, you're right in the middle. If you could draw a line right across the middle of that chart, you're used to trading time for money, time for money, time for money. So if you want to earn more income, what do you have to do? Work more hours, right? Get a second job. So you have no leverage. You stop working, your income stops. So what you got to understand, if you treat this like a job, like a business, you got to know that your first year, your first 2 years, you're going to put in a lot of time and maybe not get the rewards that you want right away until you get your belief right, your skill set right. You guys kind of getting some of this? So I truly believe that if you put the same kind of effort into the things that you don't love into Sendo Cards, your results will be staggeringly better than they would all the energy you put into things that don't serve you as well, okay? Down in the bottom corner, you're going to see a little chart. There's lots of ups and downs. Does that look like life? Lots of ups and downs? See, what happens when people join Sendo Cards, they get excited. They went to an opportunity presentation or they did a gift account walkthrough. They looked at the business. They got excited. Well, when they got excited, often what happens is they pick up the phone and they call their brokest friend, and their broke friend tells them that it won't work, and before you know it, they're into self-doubt already. Does that sound familiar? So there's going to be lots of ups and downs. But how about life? Is there ups and downs? How do you deal with those challenges when they come along? Do you continue to pick yourself up, or do you stay down? Or do you quit? Like, are we a room full of quitters? No, that's why you're here, because you're not a quitter. We've got to build up the belief in ourselves that we can continue to get up every time somebody knocks us down a little bit. Make sense? So 4 things we really do in Sendo Cards is we gather customers, fundamentals, we sponsor marketing distributors, we build for events, and we do personal development. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that because it's important to get your head right as you're out talking to people and sharing this great company. Next, don't be emotionally attached to who joined your business. I remember when I was brand new to network marketing, there were people I know that needed this so bad, but they weren't ready to hear it. And there were people that could be so good at it, but they just weren't ready right now. And we become emotionally attached, and we start to think, well, if they're not interested, maybe this doesn't work. No, you just haven't learned the skills required to build a real business yet. So you can't be emotionally attached. Our job is to simply share with gratitude, give to give. So the language I want to talk to you about today is something that we call a major blast. And a major blast, what I've learned is it's much easier to build the business fast than it is slow. And I want to be very clear about this. I love the fact inside of Sendo Cards, you can build a business doing this at a hobby way. You really can. I've seen a lot of people in this company do this very casually, and 3 to 5 years later, they've got a nice residual passive check. That's powerful. What I want to talk to you about today is how to build a big business faster, how to get into momentum quicker. And really simply what it is to get more people exposed to the business faster. Really simple, right? I love what Stephen Burgess told me. He keeps telling me it's all about math. Math. Get more people to look at this faster, you're going to get more people involved. So there's 2 things I think that we can adopt, if you're in that 30%, to get off to a faster start. Here's what they are. Number 1, there's been some language going around about prompting parties and acting on promptings. And what I'm really talking about is a home party. Call it whatever you want. But Cody, I think we're going to take gratitude party and run with it. How many of you guys like the language gratitude party? The Direct Selling Association posted something just a few weeks ago that 73% of sales done in network marketing and direct sales are done in the home. To me, that's a clue, okay? So, major blast. Step number 1 is to schedule a gratitude party. So when I bring somebody into the business, what I'm going to be doing is scheduling a gratitude party their first week. And in many cases, I want to schedule 2 in their first 2 weeks. So if some of their guests can't make it week 1, they can schedule for the second week. So when somebody joins, we want them to launch their business with a major blast, having a gratitude party. And inside of this gratitude party, the company's put together this beautiful booklet where you can walk through and do this gratitude party. I believe a great addition to that party would be talking about the challenge, this gratitude challenge. I think that will increase the number of people that join dramatically, and we're already seeing incredible amounts of number joining as customers and or distributors from these home-type meetings. The second thing you want to do in your first week is it's all about getting 80 to 100 people in play. Well, you really want to fill your calendar with whatever you want to call them. Gift account walkthroughs, one-on-ones, sitting down with people, and showing them Sendo cards. I didn't say talking to people about Sendo cards. I said showing people Sendo cards. Fill up your calendar on your lunch hour, before work, in the evening. Do whatever you got to do to fill your calendar up with people to show them Sendo cards. So what does that really look like? Well, inviting to we're going to remove that word prompting, and we're going to change it to gratitude. Inviting to a gratitude party, here's a simple invite. Some of you are looking for different inviting scripts. Well, in your basic training manual, there's all kinds. But I'm going to leave you with two today. Number one, I just got involved with an exciting new company, and I would love it if you could come see what I'm doing. It may or may not be for you, but can I count on you to support me by taking a look? And invite them over to your gratitude party. So I'm having a gratitude party. There's a simple invite. If they say, what's it all about? You could say it's about gratitude. It's visual. It's like a puzzle. It's showing people that you care about them. Whatever it is that's important to you. So that's how I would invite people to my gratitude party. Okay? Now, I don't want to... We've done a great job with the basic training book. And there's a lot of scripts in there. How to use urgency, how to schedule follow-up, how to do all these different things. If I'm going to invite somebody to show them Sendo cards, here's how I do it. Really, no joke. I've got something exciting I want to show you. When are you free? And I fill up my calendar. I've got something I want to show you that's exciting to me. When are you free? I've got something I want to show you. When are you free? I've got something I want to show you. When are you free? And I just fill up my calendar. And guess what? Everybody says yes, because my belief is strong. If they ask me, well, what's it all about? It's visual, it's like a puzzle. That's why I want to get together with you. Really simple. I think it can be a little overwhelming learning how to talk with urgency, learning how to, with all these scripts are important, but they got to be you. And I think simple sometimes is better. So fill your calendar. List, share, sponsor, events, train. List, share, sponsor, events, train. One of the things I think we got to do better with is building for events. How many of you wish you had more people here? And not that we got a lot of room left for more people, but how many of you really wish you had more people here? The number one thing you could do to grow your business is build for events. If you do nothing but get people in front of information, you could build a large business. And that could be small events, it could be medium events, it could be conventions, but this is your number one building tool. You know, they get to hear from all of these eagles and senior executives and all these different people's stories. Like, I know our group, they're just like, they want to go home now because they're so jacked about what they got here the last couple of days. Build for events. And the whole purpose of having this event is to build towards the next event. See, when we leave here this weekend, we've already got a plan in place building towards the next event. Do you? Really important. Really important. For instance, when you're doing these gratitude parties, be building towards a local event. Every gratitude party you have tickets inviting to your local event each month. Really simple. And the serious people are going to come to the bigger stuff, and down the road we go. The definition of success in Sendo cards: be bigger than your problems. Give to give, master the fundamentals, and work hard. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely blessed and honored to be part of this company. Thanks, Cody and Jody, for making an incredible opportunity for my family and I. We're grateful. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.